Hello there, fellow coin enthusiasts and collectors. Welcome back to the channel World Rare Coins, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could be worth a small fortune. From hidden gems that could be worth a fortune to little-known coins with a rich history, we'll explore it all. And if you're new to our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any of our exciting discoveries. And now grab your magnifying glasses and let's start our today's video. On Top 1 today, we're diving into a coin that you might not expect to have such an incredible story, the United States 1 dime from 1983. While it may seem like just another piece of pocket change, this dime holds a rich history and has become highly sought after by collectors for its unique qualities. Stick with us as we uncover the fascinating background, design, and collector appeal of the 1983 dime, and of course, reveal its impressive value at the end. The year 1983 may seem like a long time ago, but it was actually a pivotal year in the United States, with a series of economic and political shifts shaping the landscape. The country was in the midst of recovering from the early 1980s recession, with the economy showing signs of growth. Meanwhile, the technology boom was on the horizon, and major cultural shifts were underway, from the rise of personal computers to the popularity of new music genres. All of these changes were reflected in the coinage of the time, including the 1983 dime. The design of the 1983 dime follows the same iconic features that have graced the coin since 1946. On the obverse side of the coin, we see the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was chosen for the dime in 1946, shortly after his death, in recognition of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The portrait of Roosevelt on the coin captures his determined, yet dignified expression, symbolizing the strength and resilience he showed during some of the nation's darkest times. On the reverse side of the 1983 dime, you'll find a simple yet powerful design: a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. These symbols represent liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. The torch is a symbol of freedom, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch signifies strength and endurance. This design encapsulates the ideals that Roosevelt championed throughout his presidency and reflects the hope and perseverance that Americans felt as they emerged from the hardships of the previous decades. While the design of the 1983 dime may be familiar, it is the coin's condition and rarity that truly make it special. Like many coins from this era, the 1983 dime was minted in large quantities, and the vast majority have been circulated. Over time, these coins have suffered from wear and damage, which can affect their appearance and value. However, coins that have remained in pristine, uncirculated condition are much rarer and far more valuable to collectors. For coin enthusiasts, finding a 1983 dime that has been well preserved and has retained its sharp features, original luster, and lack of circulation marks is a real find. These coins, which are often described as mint state, are highly sought after because they represent a perfect example of the coin as it was originally intended. The demand for such high-grade coins has increased in recent years, driving up their value and making them a prime target for serious collectors. Another factor that can make the 1983 dime especially valuable is the possibility of minting errors. While most coins are produced according to strict guidelines, mistakes can occasionally happen during the minting process. These errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or even unusual metal compositions, can create coins that are unique and highly collectible. If you happen to find an error coin among your 1983 dimes, you could be holding a rare and valuable treasure that sets it apart from the rest. The 1983 dime is also significant because of its place in the broader context of American coinage. The dime has been a key part of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1796, and its design has evolved over the years to reflect the changing times. The 1983 edition, with its portrayal of Roosevelt and its symbolic reverse design, captures the nation's spirit in the midst of a changing world. For collectors, owning a piece of this history is a major draw, and it adds to the appeal of the 1983 dime as a collectible item. Now, you're probably wondering just how much a 1983 dime could be worth. If you happen to own one in uncirculated condition, or even one with a rare minting error, you could be holding something truly valuable. The current market value for a well-preserved, error-free 1983 dime could be a respectable amount, but if you have one in mint condition, or a dime with an especially rare flaw, it could be worth a staggering $56,000. Yes, you heard that right, $56,000 for a single dime. It's amazing to think that something so small and seemingly ordinary could hold such incredible value. If you've got one of these hidden in your collection, or if you come across one in your spare change, you could be sitting on a small fortune. On top two, we're diving deep into a coin that has a fascinating history and has become a sought-after piece for collectors, the United States one dime from 1987. You might have come across this dime in your pocket change, but trust me, there's more to it than meets the eye. Stick around as we uncover its history, design, minting details, and, of course, reveal the impressive value of this coin at the end. The year 1987 was a pivotal time in the United States, not only in terms of its economy and politics, but also in the broader cultural shifts that were taking place. The nation was coming out of the 1980s, a decade defined by bold economic policies, the rise of personal technology, and the end of the Cold War. The U.S. was experiencing a time of growth and transition, and this was reflected in the coinage of the time. The 1987 dime was part of a continued effort to honor American history while reflecting the spirit of the era. The 1987 dime features a well-known design that has graced the coin since 1946. On the obverse side, we find the image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was chosen to appear on the dime in 1946, just a year after his passing, as a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. The portrait of Roosevelt on the coin shows him with a calm, determined expression, embodying his resolve and vision for the nation. The inclusion of Roosevelt on the dime is a testament to his enduring legacy and the respect Americans have for his presidency. On the reverse side of the 1987 dime, we find a design that has remained unchanged since its introduction in 1946. The reverse depicts a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These three symbols represent the core values of liberty, peace, and strength. The torch is a symbol of freedom, while the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch stands for strength and endurance. This design perfectly encapsulates the ideals that Roosevelt represented during his time in office, and it continues to inspire generations of Americans who see these symbols as a reflection of the nation's core principles. What makes the 1987 dime so fascinating for collectors is its condition. As with any coin, the majority of the 1987 dimes were minted in large quantities and circulated throughout the country. Over time, most of these coins became worn, losing their sharp details and original luster. However, coins that have been carefully preserved in uncirculated condition are much rarer and are highly prized by collectors. A pristine 1987 dime, with its details crisp and its finish untouched by the wear of circulation, is a true find. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that are in excellent condition because they represent the coin in its original state. The value of a well-preserved 1987 dime is significantly higher than a circulated one. But the excitement doesn't end there. Some 1987 dimes are even more valuable because of unique minting errors. Minting errors, like off-center strikes, double dies, or even irregularities in the metal composition, can make a coin exceptionally rare. These errors can make a coin stand out from others and significantly increase its value in the collector's market. Some of the most sought-after 1987 dimes feature subtle minting errors, such as double strikes or unusual edge finishes. These types of variations are often random and occur during the production process. To the untrained eye, these errors might seem insignificant, but to collectors, they represent rare opportunities to own something unique. If you happen to find a 1987 dime with a minting error, you could be holding a coin that's worth much more than its face value. Another factor that contributes to the value of the 1987 dime is its place in American history. As part of the broader collection of U.S. coinage, the dime has long been a staple in the American economy. Over the decades, dimes have seen various designs and changes, but the Roosevelt dime has remained a beloved symbol of the country. The 1987 version is part of the series of dimes that reflect the spirit of the Reagan era, a time of optimism and renewal for the United States. For collectors, owning a coin from this particular time in history adds to its significance, making the 1987 dime an even more desirable piece to own. How much is the 1987 one dime worth today? If you have one of these coins in excellent condition, Or if you're lucky enough to possess one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth an astounding $52,000. That's right, $52,000 for a single 1987 dime. It's incredible to think that something as small as a dime could hold such immense value. But that's the beauty of coin collecting. The rarest coins often hide in plain sight, waiting for a keen-eyed collector to discover them. If you happen to find one of these gems in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. On top 3, we're going to take a close look at a coin that might be hiding in your pocket right now, or perhaps tucked away in your collection, the United States 1 dime from 1989. This seemingly ordinary coin holds a much deeper story, filled with historical significance, intricate design elements, and an incredible appeal to collectors. Stick around to the very end because we're about to reveal just how much this humble dime could be worth today. 1989 was a year of significant change in the United States. The nation was experiencing a period of economic growth, transitioning into a new era of technology and innovation. Politically, George H.W. Bush had taken office in January 1989, ushering in a period of calm after the turbulence of the 1980s. The world was watching as the Berlin Wall came down, signaling the end of the Cold War and the beginning of a new global order. This was a time of optimism, prosperity, and progress, and it's against this backdrop that the 1989 dime was minted. The design of the 1989 dime, like most dimes of the time, features the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's image has been featured on the dime since 1946, just after his death, to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt's portrait on the coin captures his calm, dignified expression, symbolizing his steady leadership during difficult times. This design has become iconic, and it remains a lasting tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. On the reverse side of the 1989 dime, you'll find a design that has remained unchanged since 1946. The reverse features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, each carrying its own meaning. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch signifies strength and endurance. Together, these elements reflect the values of the United States and are a fitting tribute to Roosevelt's ideals. What makes the 1989 dime particularly intriguing to collectors is not just its design, but its condition. While most of the 1989 dimes were minted in large quantities and circulated throughout the country, finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is a rare and valuable discovery. These dimes, which have never been used in commerce and have maintained their original sharp details and luster, are highly prized by coin collectors. A coin in mint condition can fetch a significantly higher price than a circulated one, and it's this condition that makes the 1989 dime so desirable. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Most 1989 dimes, after spending years in circulation, have seen their details worn down. They may have scratches, dents, or discoloration that affect their appearance. However, a dime that has been carefully stored and preserved, remaining in mint condition, is a rare find. It's the difference between a coin that is worth a few cents and one that could fetch a substantial amount at auction point. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting coins like the 1989 dime is the potential for minting errors. Occasionally, during the minting process, mistakes are made. These errors can range from minor imperfections to more significant flaws that make the coin stand out from the rest. Minting errors can include double strikes, off-center strikes, or even misprints that make a coin unique and valuable. If you happen to come across a 1989 dime with a minting error, you could be holding a coin that is worth far more than its face value. Collectors love minting errors because they are rare and unique. A coin with an error tells a different story, one of imperfection that makes it all the more intriguing. The 1989 dime, like many other coins from this period, could have a minting error that adds to its value. These errors can dramatically increase the coin's worth, as collectors often seek them out for their rarity and distinctiveness. Beyond just condition and potential errors, the 1989 dime holds additional appeal because of its place in American history. As part of the Roosevelt dime series, it represents a time in U.S. history marked by resilience and optimism. The 1989 dime is a tangible reminder of the American spirit during a period of political and social change. For collectors, owning a coin like this is not just about the value. It's about owning a piece of history. The 1989 dime is a link to the past, and it provides a unique opportunity to connect with the events and times that shaped the nation. So, what's the value of the 1989 dime today? If you happen to have one of these coins in perfect, uncirculated condition, or if you've stumbled upon one with a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth an impressive $48,000. Yes, that's right, $48,000 for a single dime. It's astounding to think that such a small coin could hold so much value. But that's the beauty of coin collecting. What may seem like just pocket change to the untrained, I could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you've got a 1989 dime in excellent condition or with an error, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. On top 4, we're diving into the history, design, and value of a seemingly humble coin. The United States 1 dime from 1996. While you might not think much about a dime when it's in your pocket, this particular coin has a fascinating backstory and a surprising value in today's market. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll discover just how much a 1996 dime could be worth. The year 1996 holds significance in the U.S. for a variety of reasons. It was a time of political stability under President Bill Clinton's first term, and economically, the country was flourishing. The technology boom was underway, and the internet was beginning to reshape the world as we knew it. People were living in an era of transition, moving from a world shaped by the Cold War to one focused on global connectivity. For coin collectors, the 1996 dime offers an interesting snapshot of this era and the designs that marked the late 20th century. When we look at the design of the 1996 dime, it's hard not to notice that it carries the same imagery that has been on the coin since 1946. On the obverse side, we find the familiar face of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was chosen to appear on the dime following his death in 1945 as a tribute to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His face on the dime symbolizes the strength, resilience, and resolve that he brought to the nation during challenging times. Roosevelt's portrait on the 1996 dime features a dignified, yet approachable expression, capturing his sense of calm and leadership. His image has become iconic, not just because of his presidency, but also due to the role he played in shaping the modern American state. The inclusion of his portrait on the dime is an enduring tribute to the impact he had on the nation and the world. The reverse of the 1996 dime, like that of all dimes minted since 1946, features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. These symbols encapsulate the core values of the United States and have remained consistent for decades, providing continuity and a sense of unity in U.S. coinage. The simplicity and elegance of the reverse design make it an enduring representation of the nation's ideals. Now, let's talk about what makes the 1996 dime so interesting to collectors. While these dimes were minted in large quantities and circulated widely, the real appeal lies in their condition. Coins that have been carefully preserved and remain uncirculated are much rarer than those that have seen years of use. As time passes, many of these coins were subject to wear and tear. Scratches, discoloration, and dents from years of handling in people's pockets. But finding one that's in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, is something every collector dreams of. When a 1996 dime is found in uncirculated condition, its value skyrockets. These coins are much more sought after because they are rarer than their worn counterparts. For collectors, an uncirculated coin is like a snapshot of history, exactly as it was intended when it was first minted. In fact, the demand for high-quality, uncirculated coins is so high that they often fetch prices well beyond their face value. But the allure of the 1996 dime doesn't end there. In the world of coin collecting, minting errors can add a whole new layer of value. Occasionally, during the minting process, something goes wrong, resulting in a coin with an error. These errors can take many forms: double strikes, off-center impressions, or even unusual edge markings. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare mistakes, as they can be worth far more than a regular coin. If you happen to have a 1996 dime with an unusual minting error, you could be holding onto something that's truly one of a kind and highly valuable. Some of the most valuable dimes from 1996 feature errors that occurred during the production process. For example, there may be off-center strikes. where the design is misaligned or doesn't fully appear on the coin. These types of errors make the coin stand out, and as a result, they become highly sought after by collectors who want to add something unique to their collections. A dime with such an error could fetch a price that's many times higher than that of a regular, uncirculated 1996 dime. The appeal of the 1996 dime is also tied to its place in history. The year 1996 marks the end of an era in the United States, one defined by the cultural shifts of the 1980s and early 1990s. The economy was stable, but the country was beginning to look toward the future. The 1996 dime is a reflection of that transitional period, a reminder of the political and social dynamics of the time. As a result, it holds an extra layer of appeal to collectors who are passionate about coins that represent pivotal moments in U.S. history. So, how much is a 1996 dime worth today? If you've managed to find one in perfect, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a coin worth an incredible $45,000. That's right, $45,000 for a single 1996 dime. It's amazing to think that a coin with such a small denomination could be worth so much. But that's the beauty of the coin market. Rare and well-preserved coins, especially those with minting errors, can become incredibly valuable over time. If you have a 1996 dime in your collection, make sure to take a close look at its condition. And if you're lucky enough to find an error coin, you might have a small fortune on your hands. On Top 5, we're diving into the fascinating story of the United States, one dime from 1999. While it may seem like just another coin, there's much more to this dime than meets the eye. From its historical context to its unique design and the collector's market that surrounds it, the 1999 dime holds a special place in the hearts of numismatists around the world. Stay with us until the end, as we reveal the incredible value this dime can reach today. The year 1999 was a time of significant change in the United States. The country was at the end of a decade that had seen remarkable growth and prosperity, especially in the tech sector. The internet was reshaping communication, business, and entertainment, and the world was preparing for the turn of the millennium. Politically, President Bill Clinton was serving his second term, and the nation was enjoying an era of relative peace and economic stability. The 1999 dime was minted during this period of transition, and like all coins from this time, it serves as a small but enduring reminder of this pivotal moment in American history. Now, let's talk about the design of the 1999 dime. As with most dimes minted since 1946, the obverse side of the 1999 dime features the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was chosen for this honor because of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. His image, first appearing on the dime in 1946, symbolizes resilience, strength, and the spirit of leadership during difficult times. Roosevelt's calm and dignified expression on the 1999 dime continues to serve as a tribute to his lasting impact on the nation. On the reverse side of the 1999 dime, you'll find the familiar imagery that has graced the coin since its design was standardized in 1946. The reverse shows a torch, olive branch, and oak branch. The torch represents liberty, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch signifies strength. These elements work together to convey the core values of the United States. The reverse design has remained unchanged for decades, which speaks to its timeless nature and the stability that the U.S. Mint wanted to reflect in its coinage. While the design is important, the real value of the 1999 dime lies in its condition. Like all coins, the 1999 dime was produced in large numbers and circulated widely, meaning that most of these coins have been subject to wear and tear. Many have been used in everyday transactions, and over time, their details have been worn down, leaving behind a coin that may look a little rough around the edges. However, the true value of a coin like this comes from finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition. A dime that has never been used in commerce and retains its original luster and sharp details is far rarer and much more valuable than one that has been well worn over the years. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A coin that has been kept in perfect condition is often worth much more than its face value. For a 1999 dime, this means that if you find one in mint condition, you could be holding a coin worth far more than 10 cents. In fact, finding an uncirculated 1999 dime is considered a rare find, and collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have been carefully preserved since their minting. Another interesting aspect of coin collecting is the possibility of minting errors. Occasionally, during the minting process, mistakes happen, and these errors can make a coin far more valuable. A 1999 dime with a minting error could be worth far more than a regular dime. Some of the most common errors include double strikes, off-center strikes, or unusual metal compositions. These errors are often highly sought after by collectors because they are unique and one-of-a-kind. If you happen to have a 1999 dime with a minting error, you could be holding a coin that's worth a small fortune. Collectors value error coins for their rarity and the story they tell. A coin that has been minted incorrectly is an anomaly, and this makes it an intriguing addition to any collection. Whether the error is small or large, these coins stand out from the rest, making them highly desirable in the numismatic market. The 1999 dime, like many coins, may have a rare minting error that could significantly increase its value. Another factor that makes the 1999 dime appealing to collectors is its place in the history of American coinage. The 1990s were a time of transition and progress in the United States. The economy was booming, the technology sector was taking off, and the country was preparing for a new millennium. The 1999 dime, minted at the end of the 20th century, represents the tail end of an era, making it a collector's piece that is closely tied to the history of its time. It serves as a reminder of the cultural and technological changes that defined the late 20th century. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. How much is the 1999 dime worth today? If you have a 1999 dime in uncirculated condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin that is worth an impressive $40,000. Yes, that's right, $40,000 for a single dime. It's incredible to think that such a small, everyday coin can be worth so much. But that's the magic of coin collecting. The rarity of well-preserved coins, as well as those with minting errors, can drive their value to astronomical heights. If you've been holding on to a 1999 dime, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You might just be sitting on a small treasure. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey through the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a future discovery. Until next time, happy collecting!